Hello, this is Michael from Swanky Turtle Games, and today I'm going to show you our game RB8 Retro Baseball 8-Bit, which is launching on Kickstarter on October 16th, 2018. And so I'd like to show you a few things of how to play our game on the Tabletopia system. Some few little shortcuts and hints that may help you out to make your experience that much more enjoyable. So one thing to notice in our default setup here, we already have the lineups and the batting order already preset for you. I went ahead and also just moved the pitchers here, starting pitchers, onto the board. And first thing you would do in RB8 Retro Baseball is go ahead and draw your 3 rally cards. So each player would draw 3 here from the stack. And so you just kind of click on it here and take the card, don't let go, kind of bring it down until you see this little red light up at the bottom of your screen, and then you can let go of it and it puts it into your hand. So you would secretly have the cards in your hand, and at the beginning of the game each player would draw 3. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then if the other player was playing, they would also do the same. Your hand is here, and you can always hide your hand by hitting the H on your keyboard, and also brings it back up again. And it's always good to know that if you just hit the question mark here in your bottom left hand corner, all the hotkeys and shortcuts pop up, so these are good to know throughout the course of playing on Tabletopia if you're not familiar with Tabletopia. Whenever you hover over a card, or one in your hand or one on the board, a good shortcut is the spacebar key. So if I'm hovering over this player card, I can hit the spacebar key and I can get a more zoomed in view of the card, and then you can just click anywhere and it disappears. Another thing that RB8 features obviously is dice, and we have 2 regular 6-sided dice, D6, and also the red and green pitcher and batter control dice. The red is for the pitcher dice, and the green is for the batters. Also, there's a scoreboard over to the left here, where you can track your inning, the away and home team score, and also track the outs. No need to worry about balls and strikes in RB8. Those are just there for looks, but we just go play by play instead of pitch by pitch. So balls and strikes are not used. All right, so just a quick overview of how a bat works is you take a look at the pitcher's control and stuff rating. In this case, the pitcher Houston Nykel here has a total of 17 if you add up his 9 and 8 there, and you would compare that to the batter, in this case Herbie Muppet. Herbie Muppet, you're looking at power and contact, and he has a 6 and 8, so you're giving him a total of 14. So what's called the on deck phase is basically where both pitcher and batter will roll their 2 6-sided dice to see who will potentially roll their control dice to see who can have the best shot of having control of the at-bat. In this case, Houston Nykel had a 17 and the batter Muppet had a 14. So one way in Tabletopia that you can quickly roll the dice is just select one, and then you can hold down the shift key on your keyboard and select the other one, and they're both become highlighted. And the hotkey on the keyboard to roll dice is R, so you just press the R button and both dice can roll. So I rolled a 6, and remembering that I was a +3 to the batter, technically my 6 is actually a 9. And then the batter's player would actually roll their 2 6-sided dice as well. And in that case, they rolled a 9 as well. So it actually would end up being a tie in RB8 in the rules. A tie is basically a foul ball, and both players would roll their dice again to see who can roll higher. Also in RB8, double ones is an automatic failure, and double sixes would be an automatic success. Then you would just actually skip rolling your control dice if you were able to do either or, depending on which side you fell upon. Let's say, for instance, the pitcher rolled a higher number here than the batter, so I would roll my red pitching dice, control die, to see if I can maintain control of the at-bat. I have 4 pitcher symbols versus 2 batter symbols, vice versa on the hitting dice. So in this case, since I am the pitcher, I would roll my red control dice to see if I can maintain control of the at-bat. And I did roll a pitcher symbol, so in this scenario, I would then roll my 2d6 again. And then we would find out the combo results. Sorry, I didn't select them both. There we go. So I would roll a 4-5 there. So in that case, we would look at the pitching key to check the combination result. And a 4-5, as you can see, is a hit batter. So in that scenario, the player who was batting would use these runner meeples over here to put the matching color on who was on base. In this case, Herbie Muppet was hit, and so we'll just go ahead and use the blue ones here, and then he would go on first base. So speed would factor in the game when it comes to tagging and stealing and so forth. So that's one way to track the speed. And then we can just use this little cube here to keep marked who's up to bat. So that way you won't lose track on who's at the bat. So every time somebody's out or whatever, just move that cube over. And then, of course, outs can be tracked over here in the scoreboard, as we mentioned earlier. One other thing to remember when you play RB8 baseball is you do have 3 outfielders and an extra positional player. So pre-game, you'd always want to select where your outfielders are going to play because, as you notice, certain players, all players have special abilities here, but some of them have defensive abilities, such as Zoe Abel here, who can take away singles, doubles, and home runs. So he's a very valuable defensive outfielder. So you would have to specify pregame what position he was playing: center field, left field, right field. And then, just in case when a ball's hit to him, one of these results could potentially happen, you could, if you can have a chance to take it away from them. So, and then in this case, for this pre-setup here, there's actually 2 second basemen. Danny Money is a second baseman, also with merry-go-round. And in this case, you would choose one to be your DH, designated hitter, so they would not play on defense. They would only bat. There's keys to look out for. The hitting key, the pitching key are your main keys. Ground ball key. You can sack bunt. Errors could come into play on ground balls, so you refer to error key on that. And then you can earn more rally cards as the game goes on, and certain events will trigger here. As you can look at the way to earn more, you would just simply draw more rally cards like you did at the beginning of the game and add them to your hand. If you ever play a rally card, simply just take it from your hand and lay it on the board here to make a discard pile next to the draw deck. And as you notice, some of the cards have sound effects as you play them. So rain delay there, you heard some little rain going on there. So that is how you would play your rally cards. Rally cards, each player is allowed to play 1 per half inning. And you play a full 9 innings. And of course, whoever has the most runs at the end of 9 is the winner of the game. So hopefully you're familiar with the game of baseball. It'll all make more sense. If you are, there is a rule book. If you ever have any questions about anything, you can click on here and that would bring up the rule book so that you can feel free to go through that. Well, hopefully this little quick setup here can get you started on playing RB8 Retro Baseball 8-Bit, and we hope you are excited about this as we are, and you'll be able to help support us on our Kickstarter campaign. We look forward to answering any questions that you may have regarding RB8 Retro Baseball 8-Bit, and please look for us as well throughout the campaign on Tabletopia. We will try to play some games live with you as well if you so desire. So look out for us, message us, maybe we can set up a time to play together. We love to answer all your questions, and we really hope that you love our Retro Baseball 8-Bit baseball game. And we'll see you out there on the field. Thanks a lot.